What's up, guys? And today we are back on Subplex, and we're gonna have the second part to the one-man faction base. And this is the interior of the base, and what you're gonna have inside, and defenses on the interior. That's just something my friend made. So let's start off with the grinders. This is the basic cow grinder, and because your base is if you're a one-man faction and you have your base like that, you want a very small, compact grinder like this one. Now, you could also have pistons on this side, but just to be quick, I went and only made it one side. So how this works is a cow will spawn on this little grass part here, and on the pressure plate, and then get pushed off by the piston, fall in the lava, catch on fire, which will cook them, or cook the meat, and drop them down onto these hoppers. Now you could use another design to have them be killed at the very bottom, or you could have this go higher so it's an automatic death as soon as they hit the bottom and they don't run around slowing down the spawn rates. So that's the first design for a grinder. Here's the second most commonly used design for all of these here if it's only mob drops that you're looking for. So these are the heights that you have to drop these mobs to kill them automatically. Zombie is 35 with max armor. So if they're if they're in like full gold armor and got like some sort of protection on it, 35 blocks should kill them instantly. Same with wow, that's amazing. Skeleton is 25, Creeper is 25, Enderman is 50, Witch is 35, and Pigman's 24. So we have an example here with the spawners. Insane amount of spawners that probably isn't efficient at all. These are all pig though. These are all pig right now, but they should be creeper. I just can't get them switched over. So at 35 blocks, here. At 35 blocks, you want to go one block above and then put the spawner. And you can have these go. Oh my god. Okay, 1 second, guys. Alright, so I just had to turn off. Alright, so I just had to turn off chat for a second. So they'd fall down and onto these pillars where they'd be killed, and their drops would fall between these tiny holes in between the pillars. Now, sometimes it takes a while before they actually do fall in, but every time the drop will eventually get in there. So this only uses about one hopper, but in this case I used 3, and this is if you're on a server like Gontroller where hoppers are very expensive, up to like 15k each. So if you don't have the money to buy hoppers, that's what you would use. So I'm going to show you what you would use if you have the money to buy hoppers. Something like this, which is a larger grinder. You wouldn't use this for that type of base, but you would have maybe this more compact design, and you'd have the whole floor filled with hoppers. So the drops are automatically picked up, and you'd have an AFK room up here. Now, the one thing that I dislike about this design is if somebody was to get into your base, like on a server like Gontroller, they could ender pearl up here and put down a creeper. Here, I'll show you. Well, no, sorry, I can't spawn in creepers. They put down a creeper, punch it, and it would land right in the middle here and blow up your spawners. So what would be more ideal is to have something up here, or a ledge that they can't stand on if they blow into the room, and not in the middle of the spawner and grinder. So let's move on to the next thing. And this is involving travel through the base. Now what I see with most bases is people having ladders going right through the entire section of the base, which is absolutely terrible. Because what somebody could do is if they blow into the very top of your base, they can just go right through the entire thing, picking up all the loot on the entire way. And what this does is it stops them if they blow into one level. What you do is have your F-home at the very top of the base, which is the best thing to do. So it's the last thing to most likely get blown into. And you have a room, and you could either have a trap door or iron door like you have down here. So you just stand above here, jump down, and this would go down your entire length of the base to one of the rooms. Then you'd have one for every room in the base, and you'd fall down and you'd land here being saved by the water, press the button, walk out, and you're fine. Now, just for demonstration purposes, this is made out of glass, but you'd have the doorway, usually made out of obsidian, also to stop creeper eggs and to stop people from purling up. So I'm going to show you the best way to stop purlers inside of your base in a couple of minutes. Okay. So this is an anti-glitch layer. How this works is when someone tries to glitch upwards or downwards, they will get caught in this room here, being left stranded and having to creeper egg through this, which would take many creeper eggs if you're on a server like Guntroller, Battle PvP, or something like that, which most people won't want to waste because they are very rare items. So that usually will stop glitchers, but there are some other things that I'll show down there. Now this is to separate the layers of your base, and you'd have this above your anti-glitch room and below it, and this is just water layers with obsidian, again to stop creeper eggers, and so if somebody blows into, let's say, this is your chest room, they blow into this, and they shoot a reverse slab bust shot upwards, it's going to break all of this here, but it won't continue after that, because they'd have to hybrid shot upwards, which is, right now, I'm pretty sure it's impossible, but eventually that's probably going to be possible, but this is the best way to stop people from just tunneling right up through your base or downwards. So this is the chest room design. This is something I see that is very bad, and I see it all the time. People will put their chests right up against the wall, whether it be regen chests, chests that are covered in normal blocks, redstone, lamp chests, whatever. So all someone has to do is with one scatter shot, open this hole up right here. Ooh. Okay, don't. Okay, like that. And then they could get behind here, put a creeper egg in that one little area, hit it with a flint and steel, and all these chests are gone. Or they could just send another scatter shot in, blow all these up, and continue right through your base. So a good way to prevent this is to have water on the backside and surrounding the entire section of chests. This stops people from being able to just scatter right through it, but it still sadly allows creeper eggers to sit a nice creeper egg right there. Another way you can stop these creeper eggs is with a lava around these entire chests, but most people won't do that because it burns up the lamps. So something I also see a lot is people putting wood buttons because they're easy to craft and inexpensive. This is something I hate so much if somebody puts it in my base, because all you have to do is push the button and walk right through. People that aren't in your faction are able to use wooden buttons, no matter what, and wooden doors also very, very bad, because all it takes is one ender pearl or two and you're right through them. Easy to glitch through, and easy to get through. Another thing I dislike very much is people actually put, oh shit, iron door, but what they'll do is they'll use a lever. So when they walk through, they'll do this, continue walking, not even thinking about closing the door, section off that whole section, that whole part of the base. So using stone buttons is the most efficient way and best way of stopping people from just walking right through the entire base. Another thing I see is wooden pressure plates. All they gotta do, throw an item on it, walk right through. Even if they pick up the item halfway through, by the time they got through, it's fine. Or they could just pearl right through. So, the best way to have a door is either with iron doors and a stone button, or iron doors and a stone pressure plate. Now, this is how to stop glitchers. Corey, I'm going to need you 1 second. He's on the call with me. And this is if you have it in your trenches, or you could have this separating a section of your room. This right here is impossible to throw an ender pearl through. No matter how hard you try, you can't. It'll hit this, even though it's a transparent block that you could go through. Ender pearls just cannot go through them. So, one downside of using the trapdoors, and this you put in your tubes that you saw over there. So let's turn on our chat. So the one downside is, Corey, can you TPA to me? This is something that TP trappers use. Oh, sorry. But usually what would happen is the player would automatically get TP'd right through. I'm not sure if this works with /back or not, but... Oh, okay, okay. No, I don't know. It might have been patched, here. This... Okay, TP now. Okay, whatever. I guess it doesn't work right now. But usually you'll be able to glitch right through those, and it's an easy way to get through the tubes. That's why you have your iron door with the stone button at the bottom. So that's it for the last part of the one-man faction base. All of these things are adjustable for the size of your base, including the base design. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.